So some quick predictions for the last two matches of the Swiss stage. First of all, I think my overall for the Swiss stage has not been going well at all. Obviously, MIBR and Team Heretics, the first two teams to be eliminated. I thought they would both go through. So that was kind of an L. But I think in the round two matches of the Swiss stage, I've done alright again. Obviously, Team Heretics being much more punished by having one less week to practice than other regions. Team Liquid not being punished by that as much. They've done fairly well. But you could really see in their matches that Team Heretics just didn't have the time to prep as well as other teams did, because EMEA had one less week than all the other regions, which makes absolutely no sense when you have that big of a change coming into the Masters, but it is what it is. So that is why, or that's partially why Heretics lost against Wolves, which, sadly sees them eliminated even though they have really strong individuals. But let's get into the two last matches of the Swiss stage to decide the last two teams going to the playoff stage. First up, BLG against Wolves, and this is what I think it will look like roughly. I think first of all, Wolves are gonna get rid of their own worst map, and BLG will probably do not exactly the same, but Haven is one of their two worst maps, so that's why I think they'll probably get rid of Haven and not Split, although I could really see them getting rid of Split as well. But given the way that they've done their map vetoes thus far in the tournament, I think they will get rid of Haven, which will leave BLG to pick Pearl. It is their best map. I think it's a big comfort map for them. They will probably win it. They are heavy favorites on that map at least. So that's a map that I see them picking and winning. Now for Wolves, at this point it was a bit of a gamble which they could go for. They could go for Lotus or Split or Sunset realistically. And I think since we haven't seen them on Sunset, it's kind of hard to judge whether they're prepped on that map or just didn't want to pick it because they thought their opponents would be better, or what the reasons were. But that is why I don't think they will pick it. And Split is just out of the remaining maps their worst one, which is why I don't think they will pick it, even though they have the biggest difference here, or the highest probability of winning against BLG. That's why I think they will go with their best map overall, which is Lotus, which they are slight favorites in winning, but I would give it like a 55-45 or 60-40, so really close map still. But let's say for the moment that Wolves are gonna win it, which will see Wolves banning out Icebox next. It is then from the remaining map pool, BLG's strongest map, and not really a strong map for them themselves. That's why I think they should ban Icebox. For BLG, I think it's a bit of a tricky one. They could ban out either Split or Sunset. It really depends on which they think they have more of a shot on against Wolves. In terms of Split, it is their own worst map, which is why I don't believe they will feel very confident on that map. That's why I believe that they will get rid of Split and will let Sunset through as the last map. because they've looked good on Sunset against Team Liquid. Now they obviously got beat on Sunset against Sentinels, but Sentinels just looked really good, and yeah, I don't think you would expect that Wolves are as well prepped as Sentinels and that they are as good on that map as Sunset were, which is why I think that BLG will still be more happy with Sunset than Split. And yeah, I believe that BLG is still gonna win Sunset, and I think BLG is either gonna win 2-1 or 2-0 against Wolves. I don't quite see a world where Wolves are gonna be victorious. That is why I have BLG coming through here. So let's add that one in and go to the next match, which is Paper Rex against Team Liquid. Now, when it comes to Paper Rex against Team Liquid, I think first of all, Team Liquid has a straightforward ban. They will probably ban Pearl. It's their own worst map. It also has the biggest difference, so they wouldn't really be happy playing that map. That's why I believe they will get rid of it. Now, when it comes to Paper X, I think they have essentially two choices, which are Ascent or Haven. Obviously, Ascent, they have the highest difference compared to Team Liquid, but I've gone with them banning Haven since it's their own worst map, and they are certainly better on Ascent than they are on Haven, which is why I think that they'll still feel more confident about playing Ascent than they would feel about playing Haven. Yeah, that is the reason why I've got them banning Haven. Then Team Liquid are probably gonna pick their strongest map in Split. I do believe that they would pick it over Ascent, even though the difference on Ascent is higher. I just think that they would go for comfort on Split. For Paper X, I've got them picking Lotus. It is their best map, so it is just a comfort map for them, and yeah, it is just the map that they have the biggest difference on as well, given that Team Liquid ban Pearl, obviously. So yeah, I have each of the two teams then as well winning their own map pick. Now for the second map ban, I think Paper X are gonna get rid of Ascent, given that Team Liquid hasn't picked it. So essentially, whichever of the two maps Team Liquid are gonna pick, the other one is gonna get banned by Paper X in that second round of bans. And for Team Liquid, they have the option between Icebox and Sunset. Sunset they've obviously looked good on now versus MIBR, whilst they didn't look quite as good when Nuts wasn't playing against BLG. So you might just disregard that part and just focus on the last match that they had. But Sunset is also just a map that Paper X has historically been really good on, and Paper X have not banned it yet. They've never picked it, but it always got banned in the second map ban, which is why it got never left over for them. And I think Paper X would be very confident on Sunset being the last map that they would win it, which is why I think Team Liquid is gonna ban it and go to Icebox, which would be a very close map. But I do have Paper X winning it, and I think the Paper X train is going into playoffs. So let's add that in as well and submit. And yeah, this is what my Pickems now look like. I hope that I get these two right, then my Pickems will have been decent at least. And I wish you guys luck in your Pickems, and I'll see you guys next time.